Hello, amazing parents. Hey, it's Jen. I'm down here on the floor just finishing up filming the rest of the army crawling movement classes, and we're continuing to explore the movement of army crawling. So on the stomach, shifting your weight from one elbow to the other, and in these new movement classes we're going to be exploring rolling the pelvis and drawing the knee up and then pushing through the foot to propel yourself forward. So that is what we'll be exploring this week. So the kind of combining all of what you've learned if you've been following along for the army crawling lessons, and kind of bringing it all together and really feeling the force of pushing through the foot to propel yourself forward. This pushing through the foot is just, it's so important. A lot of our kids, I know my daughter included, she learned how to move, to roll over and move herself. You'll see a lot of our kids do this through the force of her chest. So she was army crawling like this. So dragging, you'll see a lot of our kids dragging themselves like this, and very little movement in the pelvis and the legs. Which we want to encourage more movement in the legs and feeling this force traveling through their skeleton system when they're pushing through their foot, because that's needed for standing up, it's needed for walking. Learning how to move your body just through the force of your chest it's kind of a unique adaptation. I mean, that's how smart our kids are, right? That's how smart brains are, is they're able to adapt to create opportunities for themselves. And so they learn to roll over. A lot of our kids learn to roll over by tightening the chest or flinging the arm over to roll over. So exploring these crawling movements is really kind of expanding their information of pushing through their foot, what can happen when they push through their foot to propel themselves forward. So again, not all kids are comfortable on their stomach. So again, only try those movement classes if they're comfortable on their stomach. But again, you could be, if your child is still on their back, if they're only comfortable on their back, it's still the same thing of the movement classes and learning to stand while lying down. So anything pushing through the feet into the floor or into the wall even will engage their brain in being able to push through their feet to move themselves. So you can actually feel the force of pushing through the feet through the whole skeleton. And that's what you need for standing upright. So standing upright requires you to push through the floor, feeling the force through your feet, pushing through the floor to hold your skeleton upright. So these are all kind of little pieces that that your brains need to gather up to create a fuller and fuller and fuller picture of movement, of functional movement. Okay, so I hope that's helpful. Keep an eye out for tonight for the rest of the movement classes for the army crawling. And if you have any questions, feel free to pop them in here, and we'll see you in the next video. Okay, bye guys.